So around a week ago, LEC Wooloo tweeted out, "I'm not expecting too many moves between winter and spring, but there will be a few. This also gives us a lot more time to be detailed on the news." And obviously this was pretty disappointing because, hey, I love a crazy hype offseason as much as the next person. I want to see some moves. I want to see some things happening. I want to at least have roster moves to be able to discuss and talk about. But don't you guys worry. Wooloo followed that up today or yesterday, I guess, with a never mind LOL. And in this video today, we're going to be talking about another big roster move coming out of the LEC. Holy, great tasting energy drinks that are also healthier than the competition. Check out that first link in the description below and use discount code SE10 to get 10% off your entire basket today. So here's the big story for today. Sheep Esports tweeting out sources. Jungler Closer is set to take a break from competitive League of Legends. GiantX are actively looking for a replacement. This report is obviously coming from LEC Wooloo himself, and this is definitely a big one. So I want to take a look at this article and see what we have going on here. Again, sources: LEC Jungler Closer to take a break. GiantX looking for a replacement. Pretty unexpected news. Again, they just brought in Closer before the start of the winter split. And yeah, the split didn't go necessarily as I'm sure GiantX would have hoped, but Closer wasn't like specifically terrible or anything like that. And yeah, to make a change this kind of quick, this fast, obviously, something's going on. Definitely surprising. In a surprising turn of events, 26-year-old jungler Closer is set to take a break from professional League of Legends after just one split with GiantX in the LEC. His unexpected decision follows a season that started out strong. I know a lot of people are talking about, oh wow, we're shocked how strong GiantX is looking out of the gate. Are they pretenders? Are they contenders? Are they dark horses? Whatever. And they definitely teetered off as the season went on, but they started out really hot. They gave everybody some hope, and maybe this team would have been able to recapture some of that flame going into the spring split or beyond. Who knows? But ended with an early playoffs exit in 5th place. Closer informed GiantX of his decision to take a break this week just before spring split practice begins. While sources did not reveal specific details, they confirmed that the Turkish jungler is stepping away for an indefinite period for personal reasons. So obviously I hope that him and his family and his loved ones and everything is okay. I hope he can take this time to deal with all that stuff. I hope he gets through it. Definitely thoughts and everything go out to Closer and hoping, like I said, that I just hope everything's okay. We don't ever want to hear with people, having to step away from doing the things they love or care about or are passionate about to deal with, personal issues. So hopefully he's all good. Hopefully he can bounce back from this, and hopefully we'll see him again at some point in competitive League of Legends. Like I said, he didn't have necessarily the best split in the world, but I don't think he was like specifically terrible or like the reason GiantX, fell short or anything like that. So now GiantX are actively searching for his replacement. The team has already reached out to multiple players and orgs in its hunt for a new jungler, though no decision has been reached, at least to this point. The situation undoubtedly presents a significant challenge for the Spanish team's coaching staff, particularly for head coach Gilhoto. Ahead of the winter split, Gilhoto expressed his full confidence in his new jungler to Sheep Esports. Closer was signed shortly after Yike, another option that GiantX definitely wanted, secured a spot with KC. And I know there was even like the tweets from Closer, coming out about like, hey, you could have had the King, but you chose Yike instead, talking about K-Corp, but then ultimately Yike and K-Corp end up winning the title, so they kind of got the last laugh there. We picked him because he's a great leader. The team needed that. The head coach also highlighted Closer's performance on previous teams, arguing that the jungler had been misused at K-Corp, but still showed immense potential. Reflecting on the choice between Yike and Closer, he affirmed his offseason priorities. Looking back, I would always go for Closer. What he brings to the team is invaluable. Closer's professional journey began in Turkey with Royal Bandits, later rebranded as Royal Youth, where he demonstrated his potential by helping the team secure a spot in the 2019 World Championship. His performances caught the attention of international teams, leading him to join the Golden Guardians in the LCS. Following year, he joined 100 Thieves. Obviously, we know about that. Wins a title, goes to Worlds, does all that stuff, and then he returned back home to Europe eventually. So, yeah, pretty interesting, pretty crazy stuff. Like I said, ultimately, for GiantX, they did go 5-4 in the regular season. They had that early out in the playoffs that we talked about where they lost 2-0 to Mavisar Koi down here, where I guess they got 5th. For Closer specifically, with Sheep Esports, we had him ranked as the number 6 jungler in the LEC during the winter split. Didn't really stand out in too many categories. Had really low kill participation, really low gold per minute, really low damage per minute, kind of high deaths. Vision score was good, I guess. Like I said, he definitely wasn't like lighting the world on fire. He definitely wasn't like popping off, going too crazy, but I wouldn't put too much of the blame for GiantX's struggles necessarily on his shoulders. But yeah, it'll definitely be very, very interesting to see who their next jungler is going to be. The other update we have here is apparently the fact that the new GiantX jungler will be decided this weekend. 99% sure. I think this was said by Wooloo on one of his live streams or in some communication from Wooloo. So that is definitely going to be something interesting to watch out for. I would love to hear who you guys want to see as a new GiantX jungler, who you think it's going to be. I know one of the names people are definitely going to be looking out for is a guy like Yankos right now, but I'm sure there's plenty of different options between ERLs and people who have been in and out of the league and stuff like that. So definitely a very, very big story. Closer deciding to take a break and step away from competitive League of Legends. GiantX now needing a jungler on short notice, and with not a huge offseason, sometimes it can be hard to find options when there's not all this movement and stuff. We'll have to see what they come up with and how good their team ends up being in the spring split with such significant change happening on short notice. Pretty much every video today, guys. Hopefully catch you the next one. Until then, peace.